Hello everybody, welcome back to Down here, and today we're going to be starting a new adventure. We are starting Stone Block Free. Okay, that's a little bit loud, but I want to start. This is Stone Block Free. If you guys don't know what it is, well, one, you can't break out here. So we're starting in the classic. Alright. So, it's kind of like the opposite of Sky Factory. So it gives you the quest book because it's from the same people, but instead of being spawned with a tree in the middle of nowhere, you spawn in the middle of everywhere with stone with just your fist in the quest book. And you can break stone with your fist to get stone pebbles, which can be used for food, or you can create a cobblestone. And I plan for the next episode of this to be coming out in not next Sunday, but the next. So, yeah. Check out, claim that, getting started, and then every time you get something done, it unlocks random rewards. So right there, I got a Iron Impact Hammer, which is actually extremely good early on. Because I think, yeah, it breaks a 3x3x3 area and gives you actual cobblestone. That's something that you don't get till a lot later in the game. Because if I'm correct, it takes like iron blocks to create. Yeah, iron blocks, impact core, netherite hammer. It's extremely difficult to get, so. But it's extremely nice to get early on. Alright, now we have the crafting table. Next is the chest, which you can make any of these. Since we only have cobblestone right now, we're going to make the cobblestone chest. If you check it out, it takes something called cobblestone parts. Because you can't just make it like how a normal chest would be, because you get a furnace. We don't want a furnace. So I'm going to remove that. That's whenever I was trying some stuff out. So instead, you have to go like that to create each individual part. And then that. And then that is the same way with every other chest here. It just requires different things. Oh, okay, we got chance cubes. That could mess us up. I'm gonna save those for later in the game. Maybe the next episode we can do some chance cubes, depending on how far we get. Okay, next thing's next. I think you could create a hammer. Hold up, I gotta figure out how do we make these. That way, no. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, so stone hammer and crook, I think it's called, right? Yeah. Alright, now we have some of the more basic stuff. So the hammer is supposed to be like the early version of like a pickaxe in it. So you get actual cobblestone and not just pebbles, like if you broke it with your fist. And then pebbles, I'm gonna save these guys because I don't know how long it takes us to get food in this. And then I believe if you break this down with the hammer, yeah. And then that. Okay. I gotta go deal with that whistling issue. I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I'm back. So, now whenever yeah, there we go. Also, before you guys try to recommend this, you cannot vein mine any of this. And that's what made that one thing happen. And I believe if we continue to break this down, we get dirt. you break down the dirt with a crook, and you get saplings. Alright. I'm gonna try to get a basic oak sapling, but yeah, you don't technically need that. I just think it's easier because it's a lot smaller. Take all that down. Now, we're gonna keep one of these pieces of dirt. Alright, so... Oh, we also get food from this, so... Here we go. Oh, we have grass seeds. Those are used for something in the future. So, like, if we want to spawn animals or stuff like that, I think you need a grass seed. But, now we can put that here with this here. And just like in Sky Factory, you spam crouch and it does that. And I don't... Oh, actually, hold up. Yeah, I can't vein mine until I get a normal axe. That's fine. Okay. Next, let's get some more cobblestone. Yeah, look at that. 27 cobblestone every time I use this. Alright. So, do that. Turn this into sticks. Then create a stone axe. Which would mean that I can now vein mine. That. So, okay, and it looks like saplings also. Do that slowly. Okay, this is taking a second, right? And then vein mine again. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now we go in here, Now look at all the more. Okay, so this one gives seeds. So not everything gives a random item, but most does. Like the iron paxel, that's really good. A railgun? I've never even had one of those before in this, so now we get to compressed all of this. And compressed you could just break down into normal. So each one of these is 9 for every one of these I get. So that's pretty nice. And then over here, let's just get oak log. I got a full 32 of those. Saplings. I got the Lexia book. Alright, we should also probably break down as much as possible, and then we have to dig straight down to get andesite. Because if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure it says on here. You either dig up or down, and then eventually you can get andesite, and then there's deep slate, and then I don't know what to do on that. I never really go that far. But an iron paxel is an axe, pickaxe, shovel, and sword. It has the attack speed of a sword, damage of an axe, does the same thing as an axe, pickaxe, and shovel. And then I got some decent bits of that. Let's just break down the dirt right now. Break down that. Alright, there we go. Now we completed all of those types of quests. There we go, let's just throw all this in here. Dirt. Oh, actually, hold on, I have an idea for the dirt. I think that we're gonna need some food, so can I? Yeah, I can just plant them berries there. So we're gonna create a little farm to get the food. Next. Let's see how many ladders can this give me. Okay, that. Okay, so we're gonna have to turn like most of the wood that we just got into ladders. Okay, that's probably far enough. Now we just gotta dig straight down until we hit andesite. So, yeah, see you guys once I hit andesite. Okay guys, that was not good. I accidentally used this instead of the paxel. I'm just gonna go ahead and place all this so no mobs spawn in this area. So yeah, I'll be back. Okay guys, we should be getting pretty close. Oh, I don't know if I've got enough ladders for this. Wait, look at andesite. So yeah, we're basically here. So let's build up with ladders. Oh, I'm missing one. Okay, cool. So let's just come down here, grab this. Oh, yeah, right here. Andesite. So we did just hit andesite. That's pretty good. And then, yeah, you can vein mine andesite, but I don't want to waste that much of my paxel, so we're just gonna dig down a little here. My bad. Okay. Just want to get far enough that I can just do that. Alright, there we go. So now we have like a little staircase down here. And whenever I need to, I can just break that. And now we have about a stack of andesite. And let's see what that gets us to. Okay, so I think you need that to make sieves, right? Yeah. Okay, so also another big part about it, this mod pack is kind of like a, if you guys ever heard about the create mod pack, it digs a lot into that if you ever want that. Oh wait. Oh, crouching works on these so I can get a lot of food extremely quickly. That's good. So yeah, let's just go ahead. There we go. Now I got a bunch of food. Okay, if you guys don't know, whenever you crouch, it gives nearby things a bone meal effect, plants. So it grows like that, same with the trees and stuff like that. So yeah. Wait, so let's see, what recipes do we want? We're gonna start to dig into sieves before we go into tinkers, because we don't quite have anything to use until we get like iron and stuff for tinkers. Like, yeah. So we're gonna need a millstone, hand crank, and a cogwheel. Alright. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need that. Oh, actually, what if I forgot? We're in, oh, wait, it should work. No. Whatever. There's probably like a different recipe for it, but let's look up crafting station. Crafting station. Yeah, okay, they do still exist. Okay, so I just need a pattern, which is some wood sticks. You guys will see why this is really good if you guys have never dug into Tinker's Construct. So you put this up here, this below it, and then you get a crafting station. The only reason, like, I know it looks a lot like a normal crafting table, it works like a lot like a normal crafting table, but if there's a chest nearby it, it'll, like, you can access the chest through your crafting table, which is extremely good. Yeah. So now I can just pull out the wood that I need. Oh wait, no, I need to not do that. Buttons, need a lot of those. All those to create the cogwheel. Okay, I'm gonna need multiple cogwheels, so do this. More buttons, create a second cogwheel. Then let's check out this. Okay, I can make a hand crank, and now I need one more of this. And now we have the millstone. Let's set up this little station over here. Okay, so here's how this works. You do that, so you place down the millstone, then you place down the cogwheel with the hand crank above it. Alright. Then let's grab, like, yeah, I'll grab that much. Let's just place a bunch of this down. Alright. Yeah, so kind of like that. Let's just place down that. And then whenever I vein mine it, I get a bunch of gravel. So the reason that's good, like, yeah, gravel, it's alright, but what can you really do with it? Well, in this mod, it's like a key thing, at least to start. So you throw it into here, because you can't get ores like this, like any ores in the stone area until you go, like, I think it's like about 500 blocks out that way. So, like, I can't make, like, iron stuff. Unless I throw gravel into here, and then use a hand crank. And then you see down here, check my thing, you see how them like little checker pattern things are growing extremely quickly? That's because I'm using the hand crank. Because since there's no energy in Minecraft, it's taking my hunger. That's why it's good to have all this food this early on. And then, look all the more that did of the gravel, and it gave me 3 sand, 2 zinc, 3 iron, and 2 coal. And this is zinc, guys. That's another part to create. It needs, once it's smelted, it creates stuff like this. But what it's really good for is creating andesite casing. Oh shoot. Yeah, right here. So basically you just click andesite alloy, which you get zinc ingot and andesite, and then you make these, use these to create, I guess, a cover. That ain't really its main purpose, but you can get a rolling mill. Basically, some of the more important parts of this and automation, like the mechanical press, which you can use to make like metal plates and stuff, that kind of stuff, very important basically. So we just gotta keep spinning this so we can get all the iron, and then we'll use iron to craft more create things, because create kind of builds into itself. Whenever you're not like using it for this, like, it's mostly used for automation, which we will do that in the future. There's a way using something called a water mill, so once we manage to get water, okay, we gotta eat. I got that. This is from using hand crank till fully exhaustion. Yeah, gate builds upon itself, kind of. It's made to automate in normal Minecraft, but in this they kind of evolved it to where you kind of need it to progress. And eventually we could create like automatic iron, and there's something called a water wheel. Water wheel. You almost always just make big ones, because little ones cost that, big ones just need a little one with more wood around it. It gives it more power, which would automatically spin the cog wheel, but you need water to do that. The water will spin the cog wheel. Making it definitely one of the best ways to do this. I know there's like Steam stuff. I've never dug into that personally. I've never needed to. I had to put down more and more water wheel. But maybe we will this season of Stone Block. So, yeah. We're, I don't know what else we got to craft. Okay, well, I guess we still need the fan, because in Create there's a mechanical fan or something. Right, fan, encased fan, I think it's what it's called. Encased fan, yeah. Which, if you put water, fire, lava in front of it, it can create stuff like this. Hold up, let's see. Yeah, right here, sand. Sand, if you put in front of a water one, can get you gold, copper, bunch of other materials. It gets you a lot. Okay, you must be done with all the gravel. So now let's create a furnace over here. Gee, let's move this furnace over here. Wow, okay, sound. Don't normally keep that on. Don't know if you guys like that, because I'm not sure if that'll stay the whole series. If not, but it actually already left, so it might have just been a mod. So right now it's like infinite cube. Because the other trick I think I learned last series, early on, you do this, just spam click like this, and then you get like an endless amount of berries, which is pretty good. Like, yeah, there we go. I don't even need to keep them berries on me. Okay, so don't need that. I'll keep that kind of stuff unlocked. Let's get random item. Lexia Botania. Okay, yeah. Botania, it's its own mod pack type thing. Okay, so now we need to collect water, which I believe you need like a dripper for, if I'm correct. Drippers in it? No, that's for clay. You can get cauldron by like cooking. Okay, so saplings into a cauldron. So we need the iron, which built into getting this. I don't really know. I never actually dove into Botania, so I don't know what to do there. That is, if I'm correct, it's like a later game type mod. I don't know. Never really found too much interest in it. But if you guys think I should try it out, go ahead and let me know. It'll still be in the like future date, but yeah, who knows? I might end up digging into that. Okay, let's just get rid of some of these old saplings. Now, here's the deal, guys. We're gonna use up all of this iron on buckets. All right. Simply because let's grab this and you gotta okay, so the fire plow right over here, you see this stone, you do that for a second and it turns into lava. Now since I have both of that, let's melt down some cobblestone and look up cobblestone generator. So right over here, oh, I need a lot of compressed stone because each compressed stone is 9 normal. So let's just throw like all the cobblestone in to get cooked. Actually, hold up. First things first, let's get 1 glass cooking because I'm pretty sure you need 1 glass. Right? Yeah. Alright, and then the reason that takes so much stuff is because the cobblestone gen, if you put it below a chest, it automatically funnels cobblestone into your chest without you having to do anything. So it might seem like a lot of cobblestone this early on, especially if you didn't have this hammer, but it really, like, it ain't later game. So, yeah. Let's see, what else can I do while we wait for all that to cook? Claim all these. Okay, so now I have a bronze pack stool and hovering hourglass. I don't know what any of that does. We have a bunch of compressed sand and dust. We can make the Tinkler's station and part. So here we go. Let's throw that here, this here, get some more patterns, and then up here, Tinker Station. I think I need more wood. Okay, so I need the Tinker Station and the parts builder. Okay, so it's already saved. It's because this chest thing is taking over, so it moved it down here. Okay, so now we have the parts builder and the tinker station. By the way, it does have to go into your inventory, or else the quest will not complete. So, there we go. Oh, a temporal pouch is really good early on, because you see how it's gaining time. If you guys ever, did I ever do, I think it's called, Odyssey, Sky Odyssey, I think it's called. It has the, time in a bottle. This is kind of the same mod, as you can see if you read the note. It's the same mod, but, and it does the exact same thing. I don't even know if it's the same mod, but it does the exact same thing. Over time, it contains time. If you see that red numbers or letters, all those, it says it contains 50 seconds worth of grains of time. And you see how that number keeps on going up and up every second that we're playing. So you see how it is a minute now? So look how slow this takes, or how long this takes. So that much per stone. Now we use this on it, and now it's 2 times the speed. And it can stack up to like 32, or it can stack like hundreds of times the speed. I normally only do like 16 times whenever I use this, because it only lasts for 30 seconds. And that's a lot of time, because it uses like 30 minutes just for 16 times. If you play this a bunch, you'll have hours of it added up. But it's just a nice little equipment tool. So that's one of the things. Next is, now I want to dive into that next episode. The dripper, that's how you make clay. So let's work on that. So I think that was like a slab and a button. Or in stick. So was it like that? No. Flip these. Yeah, there we go. I guess that. Alright. I think it'll take the water out of your buckets, but not actually consume it once you make the cobble gen, which let's go ahead and go over here, ping that up top. So, yeah, which you guys don't know, if you press A, it adds it up top, and same for moving it, but you have to press it up here to move it. Pretty nice. Then, yeah, I'm just gonna throw that into my inventory. Don't need it yet. Let's get this wood, mostly because the saplings. So, ours Nova wood, I think, I don't know, it might be rarer, so I'm just gonna throw that and an acacia sapling in here. So, over here, let's just dig out this little area. If I'm correct, I need to do this. Okay, so it's empty. So I put water into it. Alright. And then, is it like, it's either sand or gravel. We're gonna try out sand. Dude, maybe it has a thing on it. Dropper drips fluid onto a block. Turns the other block into other block. Okay, cool, that's really helpful. Mob fans, that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure those are pretty easy to make. Okay, yeah, this thing doesn't say it has any uses. Oh wait, no, here it is. So, one-time compressed dirt dripped in water, gets it. Compressed stone turns into iron ore. I never knew that. That's actually really cool to know. Cobblestone gravel, creosote oil. We'll dive into that in the future. 3x compressed stone gets diamond ore, which we could actually do that pretty easily. I never did that. So yeah, it's dirt and water, which gives you clay. See anything else that's really cool? Lava gives magma blocks. That could be pretty good in the future. So let's go over here. Straight up dirt. Yeah. And you guys will see it. It'll take a second, just like everything else that we've been doing. Alright, we do this. Yeah, we still need a couple more. Jeez. Okay, let's... Okay, I only need 9 more stone. So we are basically there. Oh, actually, I should have used... Actually, I have an idea. Let's go over here. Over here. Alright, throw water. Pull this water out of here. Put it like that. Now we have an infinite source of water that we can just fill this up with. So now that has 4 buckets of water worth, and I have my bucket on me. Let's just throw them slabs in there. I don't think we use slabs that often in this. Alright. Let's get another chest going. Must need more cobble. Let's just break one. Okay, so turn this into that. Give me some cobblestone chest. Which cobblestone chest, they're the exact same as a normal chest, like how you can make double chests with it, same amount of storage, same everything. They're just cobblestone because we're surrounded in stone. It's so that you can make all the basic stuff. Same with like a cobblestone crafting table, which I did have. I just turned it into this. And now we should have enough stone in here. Yeah, there we go. Let's just take all this out so I know I have enough cobble for the future. And let's see. So we make 1 cobblestone generator, tier 1. And as you can see, the further down you go, the harder it gets. Right here. So it doesn't really show you, but the reason that it wants you to dive into this is because you need to smelt down all those ores in order to make these better tiers and then pour it onto it. But this is where we're going to have to end it off today. We are just going to go quickly. Oh yeah, and you see how that water dripped onto this, gave us clay. Now we have clay. I think you can actually make clay buckets if it's anything like whatever it's called, Sky Factory. But you see how that is generating? It's automatically putting us cobblestone into this chest. So while we play, we're making cobblestone passively. So it's not going to be a big issue no more. This will just be a cobblestone chest. Once it's filled, it'll just store the rest of the cobblestone inside the generator. It's not that big of an issue. Yeah. So, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you want to watch the next episode, it should be coming out same time in 2 weeks. If that'll probably be whenever it comes out. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. And yeah, see y'all later.